Hey there everybody, hope your day's going well. Jared Old School Gaming here, and welcome back to another Wild Wednesday. Yeah, so I still have, actually there's a lot of Pokemon theories, but this one definitely caught my attention. Thankfully it's only like 4.5 minutes long, but given how long I usually make these, it's going to be significantly longer than that. But yeah, the Pokemon theory Kadabra is a human boy. Well, I've kind of, at least in passing, heard the theory that, like, Pokemon used to be humans, like, especially with the ghosts. Like, certain, like, or, like, the red is a ghost theory, or that all Pokemon used to be humans at one point, or all Pokemon will become humans. There are a few variations, but very specifically, Kadabra being a human boy. That should be interesting, so let's check it out.
Hello and welcome back, YouTubers, to another episode of Pokemon Theories. I'm your host, ProtoMario, and this is the show where we discuss theories ranging from Red being a ghost to why the heck Jinx looks the way she does. Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm ProtoMario, and today's Pokemon Theory was asked by Mr. L. Slam Dunk. So he asked, Kadabra is actually human? Question mark.
Well, I mean, like certain humans do have like a certain kind of intuition. Sometimes it's considered like psychic powers, but there hasn't really been any hard proof to that. It's more just like intuition, survival instinct, which is largely based off of personal experience. It's just, well, I know that if I step in this grass, it's going to sink because the dirt underneath isn't very stable, so my foot's going to sink into the grass or something like that. But like Kadabra actually being human with its psychic abilities, that's interesting. Have anything to say about that? Well, then again, I guess that's why we're here.
So, at first you might say, that's a silly question. Pokemon aren't human. Or are they? Take a look at Mr. Mime. Take a look at Jinx. Seriously, Jinx is the only Pokemon that has boobs in the entire Pokemon universe.
At least in first gen. I know, like, somewhere later down the line, there's that one waifu Pokemon with the short green hair and the long dress. Yeah, but certain Pokemon do kind of look human, but is that, that could be more of an adaptation thing. Just, hey, these humans are very innovative. They know how to survive through, even through harsh weather, whether it's very hot or very cold or any of the seasons in between. They know how to survive, so maybe if we mimic them, or maybe if we, carry ourselves around like them, we can also survive.
But hey, whatever. Again, I didn't make Pokemon, so I can't comment there. But let's take a closer look at Kadabra. He looks somewhat like a human, but, he's not really a human. But wait a minute. What does Dexter have to say? Well, let's see here. It is rumored that a boy with psychic abilities suddenly transformed into Kadabra while he was assisting research into extrasensory powers.
Okay, so that's the Emerald one. So, so someone was experimenting with extrasensory powers, and then an accident happened. But then, I don't know. Is it kind of like a Made in Abyss type of situation where it's like he lost his humanity or something, and then became a completely different creature? Okay, but that's just one. And the thing is, the Pokedex entry even says it is rumored, so it's like, who started that rumor? Kind of like the rumor that you supposedly swallow so many spiders in your sleep. And actually, that was a lie created as an experiment to see just how far a lie would spread and how many people would believe it. It's not true.
Alright, so yeah, he's a human. Let's look at Fire Red. It happened one morning. A boy with extrasensory powers awoke in bed, transformed into a Kadabra.
Okay, so maybe not so much made in Abyss. Maybe, like, making a deal with some, like, extra-dimensional creature, and it's like, this extra-dimensional creature is just, well, I'll give you your powers, but your mind is mine, mwahaha, and then knock the bodies left behind with those powers, and, like, kind of just, like, the automatic nervous system takes control, just wake up, look around, still breathing, heart still beating, and transformed into something that's not human. Huh. But, I mean, again, it's, like, is that actual fact? Is there actual evidence behind that? Or is it more speculation, and, like, speculation becomes, like, supposed fact when it's actually not?
So, it's hard for me to take my evidence from the game and use the anime as partial evidence because they do not coincide at the same time. But if I do recall, there was an episode of Pokemon in the anime where Ash was turned into a Pikachu for a short time.
Right, yes, there is that episode of the witch doing thing, but that was more of a, an incantation than psychic powers. I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing things that psychic powers and incantations are different things. Maybe because I love that type of a subject in fictional, whether it's an animated story, a live action story, or a movie, a show, whatever. To me, incantations and psychic powers are completely different things. So psychic powers is more just like you look and you do something. Incantation is you have to speak a bunch and then blah 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 blah, something happens. But maybe that's just me. Like, are you saying you would consider that witch was actually using psychic powers and was like in a pre-psychic Pokemon state?
With a magic spell. So, again, not the most concrete evidence, but it does support the fact that humans can become Pokemon.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like, maybe people being turned into Pokemon is some kind of, like magic spell gone awry, and then all of a sudden, poof, a bunch of humans disappeared, and now we have Pokemon. Maybe that's what happened to all the humans. Maybe that's why, like, the war started. It was because, like, people were being turned into Pokemon. Maybe some volunteered, and then others against their will, and then everything just kind of, just escalated up from there into a full-on war. But Ash did turn back after a while, or is that because the witch he encountered was, like, immature with the spells or something? I mean, if that's how Pokemon came to be, that would be interesting.
So, while Ash was a Pikachu, I suppose Pikachu was Ash. Or their body switched or something similar to that. So, why wouldn't Pokemon that could cast these type of spells do the same thing?
Wait, hold on. Do you not remember the episode? It was actually a bit different than that, because Ash, like, essentially transformed into a Pikachu. And you could even see things, like, from his perspective, like his Pikachu was his own height, and, like, everyone else, like, all the humans, obviously taller than the Pikachu, were looking down at him. He was looking up at everyone else, eye to eye with Pikachu. So, but I see what you're getting at. Like, maybe a Pokemon with psychic powers, or maybe someone with psychic powers, or with magic spells, could, like, transfer or transform someone's body. Or, yeah, because someone with magic spells could transform someone's body into a Pokemon, like I kind of somewhat theorized. Or maybe, like, if Pokemon are already there, maybe they swap bodies, and so the Kadabra gets to live life as a human boy, whereas the human boy, now stuck in a Kadabra body, just has to, like, figure out how to do things. Interesting. So, you say you're gonna... Okay, was that the only example from the anime, or... Like, is there any more, or is this just more speculation than anything else?
Or why couldn't humans do the same thing as well? So, more or less, this may or may not actually be true, as ridiculous as it may seem. The weirdest part about this is, though, the fact that it was Kadabra and not Abra or Alakazam. Why did they choose Kadabra to do this when Abra was obviously the first and Alakazam was the last?
Okay, so the question is, like, why does Kadabra get to swap, like, why does the boy become Kadabra? Or why does Kadabra swap with the boy instead of, like, at the Abra, Alakazam stage? Maybe Abra's too immature and Alakazam just realizes, you know, I'm more powerful than any human could be, so I'm just going to stay as I am. Maybe it's like maybe the Kadabra is like the rebellious teenager stage, and then Alakazam's more mature and Abra's the child. Maybe something like that.
So, for whatever reason, if you happen to find a Kadabra in the wild, which they do exist, and you can catch them, you know, just remember, you might be catching a human being. And of course, there are other human Pokemon out there. Yeah, but I won't get into that today, guys. That's for another theory. A Pokemon theory. Nah, I'm just getting your goat, guys. I'm not game theory, and I don't intend to rip him off in any way, shape, or form. But, hey, guys, thanks for watching, and please let me know your take on this theory. I mean, seriously, I have no other supporting evidence other than that. You know, it says it in Dexter, he magically transformed into a Kadabra. It makes no sense whatsoever, and yeah. So, you tell me, honestly, because I have nothing left to say other than it's a magic spell that turned a boy into a Pokemon. So, is every Kadabra a human, or is just some Kadabras human, or what happened here? I'm ProtoMario, and I'm signing out, and once again, guys, thanks for watching.
Okay, well, yeah, that's the end of the theory. I just kind of let ProtoMario go on there for a bit, but yeah, honestly, I would say no. Like, Kadabra is not a human boy. It's just it's more just like it looks human-ish because mainly because we don't really have any other comparison of like something with 2 legs, 2 arms, a head, and a body. It looks human. Could it have been human? Is it human? Like the Pokedex entries, like from Emerald to Fire Red, I think it was. In Emerald, it's a rumor, but then in Fire Red, all of a sudden it becomes a fact. But not in Leaf Green. That is a... Yeah, like I said, I think that's more just along the lines of, like, a rumor being spread around so much that people just believe it as pure fact, when actually it's not. Okay, so thankfully, that was a quick theory to get through, so I've got to get this edited together, and I've already recorded the next 2 Thoughtful Thursdays, that'll be tomorrow. Gotta get those edited together, though, and then... there's actually quite a bit to get done. Thankfully, I am kind of putting things in place just to make things that much easier for myself. Alright, yeah, I will see you next time, whenever in the hell that happens. Now, if you have any suggestions for a Wild Wednesday commentary, feel free to put it in the comment section down below. I'll give a quick look and possibly do a Wild Wednesday on it sometime in the future, and I will see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell so you can always be notified whenever I upload another video. And as always, have fun.